Hello everyone. Now, we've been doing these playthroughs, and this is my favorite game out of all of them. Trilby's notes. Okay, so, before we get started on Trilby's notes, which is the best game, I suggest you download it and play it. I just want to mention that the internet sensation myth that's going around, Slender Man, is in this game. Now, he is called and referred to other things in this game. He's just called the Tall Man instead of Slender Man, but it's the same sort of concept. It's just a different backstory, different outlook, a different interpretation. But, nevertheless, he has no face. He wears all black. In this, it's not a suit, it's like a cool-ass jacket. But, yes. So, if you're into Slender Man, prepare to be freaked out, and you're probably going to love this game and want to download it. Anyway, here we go. Trilby's notes. Game over. That was what I thought as I stood and watched the Defoe Manor collapse in the flaming ash. The ordeal was over. Those 5 days cost us all so much. Philip and AJ paid with their lives. They were the fortunate ones. Jim Fowler was expelled from school for truancy, a bright future in tatters. Simone Taylor took to the bottle. Her broadcast became slurred, her eyes hollow and unwelcoming. She soon vanished from television screens. As for me, I tried to return to life as a cat burglar, but I had been forever tainted by the time spent in that wretched house. The memories of my possession came back in my nightmares. Every night I was there, again, in the mansion, staring out through unfamiliar eyes as Philip died at my hands. I became convinced that John Defoe was not at rest, that someday he would return for me. I became so terrified of invisible enemies that I forgot about the tangible ones. Trilby caught! Infamous thief captured in police sting. 2 slow, miserable years after Defoe Manor, a barrage of truncheon blows taught me a harsh lesson in reality, and I woke up from the kind of filthy cell. Holy crap. Filthy cell I had assumed would be my new home. But then he came, the man from the government, with his nervous smile, offering an alternative. The STP, Special Talent Project. It hadn't been that much earlier that I would have sooner died than entered an obligation with anyone, least of all the government. Had Defoe Manor changed me so much? Whatever my reasons, I left the past behind and resolved to give my new superiors nothing to complain about. I spent 1.5 years completing assignments, developing contacts, building a reputation, and then the past caught up. In the summer of 1997, I became concerned about Simone Taylor's mental well-being. The papers were reporting her continual breakdown, and she had become a virtual recluse. I had no idea if my appearance would assist or hinder. I had, after all, deliberately allowed her to think me dead. Presumably she knew differently now, after the media coverage of my arrest, but I would expect her to be bitter about my subterfuge. On balance, I decided that meeting with an old friend would most likely be beneficial. I came to her apartment building on a warm, stormy night and braced myself for the encounter. Okay, so, just a quick, I love popcorn so much. Just a quick synopsis, sort of, on this game. You can control with the arrows to walk around. This is a typing one, so you can look around and he describes. But yeah, so. This is my favorite way to play. It's quicker to me. Lockpick. Oh. Use lockpicks. This isn't like a paraphrase game either. I reasoned that Simone could have been in trouble, and even if she wasn't, then at worst, I was only playing to my reputation. Spent a few minutes feverishly picking the lock, then let myself in. What the fuck? Okay. Trilby also looks handsomer in this game. Body on the floor was undoubtedly Simone. Felt for a pulse, and my hands came away stained with long, cooled blood. My fingers traced the outline of a large wound in her torso, slashed by a big weapon, wielded by a big assailant. I called for an ambulance, as futile as it would be, and left before they arrived. Due to me being a clear murder suspect, I was relieved from duty for the week it took for the Ministry of Occultism to inspect the flat and confirm supernatural activity. My superiors simultaneously apologized and assigned me to investigate if there was a connection to the Defoe Manor incident. Merely reading those 3 words, capitalized on the front of a loose-leaf file, brought the nightmares back with more intensity than ever. Sure enough, a field agent reported that looters had discovered and sold several artifacts from the mansion, including the wooden idol that housed John Defoe's soul. To my surprise, no murders had been reported or committed by anyone who had come into contact with the accursed trinket. I did not find this reassuring. I quickly advised James Fowler to go into hiding. He was stunned, but agreed. The boy had sense, and still respected my judgment. This done, I began following the idol's trail. From the pawn shop it had entered in the possession of one Professor Abed Kahal. Does that name sound familiar? An authoritative historian. He had scheduled some kind of antique fair in the Clanbrowne Hotel, a small island off the coast of Anglesey, popular with tourists. Assuming the role of a scholar of antiques, I booked a room. On the 28th of July, 1997, I caught a ferry from Pothelhoch in Anglesey and arrived around 3 p.m. in Clanbrowne Island's coastal village. It seemed a peaceful hamlet, and, in defiance of stereotype, the locals were welcoming, told me no local legends to dissuade me from exploring the island. The Clanbrowne Hotel is the island's center, surrounded by a forest. I made my way there on foot. Whoa. You're Trilby, right? As soon as I arrived, I was greeted by a balding man in a gray anorak. I wondered if I was expected to know who the fuck he was. That depends. My name is Lankman. I'm with the Ministry of Occultism. Oh? I thought the Ministry were clear on the fact that I was handling this on my own. Maybe there are still people who don't trust you, Mr. Trilby. What? I haven't stolen anything since I joined the STP. Your colorful past is not what concerns my superiors. It hasn't gone unnoticed that your history of the Defoe Wraith influences you psychologically. I'm sure you resisted, but it could still cause you to act irrationally, disobey orders. Everyone just feels a little safer with someone else on the ground. If only I could talk through drinking. Nevertheless, I have my orders. I would suggest we keep out of each other's way, then, and pursue separate investigations. I'm sure I don't want to get mixed up in a reunion. What a bitch. I don't want to talk to you. I watched him disappear around the corner of the building. I very much doubted that Lankman and I would become friends. You tell him, Trilby. Clanbrowne Hotel lobby was a warm welcome. The building was certainly well maintained, and yet there was something about it that nagged at the back of my mind, quickening my pulse. I dismissed the sensation, an act which, in retrospect, I would come to regret. Can you guys see why he's freaking? Terrence Relby, I have a reservation. Ah, yes, you're here for the antique fair. We put you in room 3C on the 3rd floor, if you'd just like to sign in the check-in book. Oh, hi. Hello, Bethan. Just letting you know I'll be having dinner in my room today. That's absolutely fine, Professor. This, I decided, was what they called a golden opportunity. Professor Gall. Yes? I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage. Railby. Terrence Railby. We met at Sotheby's a few months ago. Oh, you don't remember me. No, of course I do. Terry Railby, how you been? The astute reader has already guessed that both Terrence Railby and the previous meeting were utter fiction. I had spent some time studying Call's movements and habits. He was, by all accounts, absent-minded, and that was something I could use. I'm well, thanks. I was hoping I'd run into you. I've heard interesting things about items you're showcasing here. You remember I do freelance scouting for some wealthy collectors? Yes. Well, a client of mine has expressed an interest in relics from the Defoe Manor in Buckinghamshire. He's been on my back for a while about it. Between you and me, he seems pretty obsessed. Remained Professor Hall's suspicion melted away from his expression as the opportunity to make money entered the conversation. Oh. Well, I'm sure you don't want to damage your professional status. Would you like to come to my room for drinks? Oh, I don't want to impose. No imposition at all. Please, follow me. Your room key, Mr. Trilby. Ah, thank you. Lead the way, Professor. Let's go. Oh, snap. A bed? Who's your friend? Well, let me introduce you. It's my personal assistant, Siba. She accompanies me on most of my excursions. Siba, and this is Mr. Trilby, an old acquaintance. He's looking for information on Defoe Manor artifacts. Oh, really? Him and half the people we meet. What is it about that place? Never underestimate the attraction of a mystery, my dear. Please take a seat, Terry. I'll be right with you. Okay. Look at this bitch moving in on me already. So, interested in ghost stories? Nope. What's going on? Girl struck me as forceful personality. I gave the matter some thought before replying. Not really. Just scouting, like I told you. You know, it's strange to see someone as young as you in the antiques trade. And come to think of it, I thought only old men dressed like that. Damn. No offense meant. Oh, heck him. I didn't catch her last name. It's O'Malley. Siobhan O'Malley? Couldn't be more Irish if it tried, could it? Nope. Sorry to keep you waiting, dear boy. Now then, what shall we talk about? Ask Siobhan about herself. How'd you come to work for the professor? I was a student of antiques studying under him at Warwick University. He offered me the chance to supplement my studies. She was very talented. Awkward turtle! So I understand you came into possession of artifacts from Defoe Manor? Yes, indeed. It was astonishing to me that such artifacts existed at all. The whole place was burned to the ground. Did you hear about the Defoe Manor incident? I was experiencing a sick feeling I had not felt for quite some time. What the hell? Another country mansion not long after Defoe Manor preparing to break in. What the fuck? What's going on with this game now? Calling this 5 wretched days was turn my stomach with fear, turning what had once been the joy of thievery into an exercise in anxiety. What the fuck? What's going on with my... Discussing it brought the feeling back, the act of feigning ignorance, while visions of welding masks and machetes flooded my mind's eye, worsened them. I heard something on the news. And it's been the news again lately since that Taylor woman died. A lot of silly talk about the paranormal has been around, so the true facts are near unreachable. But the point is, some enterprising fellows picked up 1 or 2 undamaged items from the ruins. Furniture, books, an ugly little tribal figurine. And I took them off their hands, purely out of curiosity, of course. So, were there any particular items your client is interested in? Ask a bed about idol. Tell me, does a huge man in a welding mask and a leather apron mean anything to you? Not really, should it? Never mind. Something about an idol. That old thing? Honestly, despite its age, it's virtually valueless. That's what I said, but my client's very insistent. He is interested in the paranormal. Idol features some of the more unlikely accounts of Defoe Manor. Well, I don't suppose I should ask questions if this man of yours wants to take it off my hands. I don't have it on me right now. It's being kept in the hotel safe. Perhaps we could work a deal out after the fair. I had intended to display it with the other artifacts. What the fuck? Inwardly, I just wanted to get this mission completed as fast as possible, but I didn't want to risk suspicion or giving off the wrong impression. That'll be fine. So just out of interest, what else have you picked up from the mansion? Odds and ends, basically. Some silverware and ceramics. More of a burnt rocking chair. And the painting, of course. Painting, landscape from the wall in the mansion's lounge. Of little artistic value, but the artist features prominently in Defoe Manor's colorful history. Matthew Defoe. That's him, yes. Bethan, she runs a hotel, asked if she could display it in the lobby. Okay, come on. Immediately I recalled the sick feeling I felt in the lobby. I had seen the painting, but had paid it little heed. Oh. Are you alright, Mr. Trilby? You've gone rather pale. What? I'm sorry, I was just distracted by my thoughts for a moment. Lost in history, eh? Something like that. Holy shit. Mr. What the hell was that? What the hell was what? You were just sitting there, and then you went all stiff, like you'd seen a ghost. I have seen a ghost, man. You didn't see it? See what, Mr. Trilby? I'm sorry, I have to go. Something's wrong. Oh, we don't want to keep you then. We'll see you later, maybe. Holy shit. What the fuck? Stop it. Stop it. Stop that. Stop. Oh. Oh, man, this is lame. My head was spinning, and a sudden nausea churned in my gut. The world seemed to be pulsating. The corners of the room wavering like a heat haze. I'm sorry, guys, this is... I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like this game. I love this game. What am I talking about? But it's so scary. You may say I imagine these things, and I thought it must have been the case. But was I going out of my mind? Was the hotel really changing into some nightmarish twin? Was I the only one who could see it? What's wrong with my game? If I was hallucinating, it was too complex. The harsh wooden floor beneath my feet was real enough. The horrendous stench of rotting flesh that reached my nostrils could not have been conjured by my imagination. I decided I had to find John Defoe's idol as soon as possible. If not that, then at least the painting Call had mentioned. I'm getting on my nerves. I was convinced some connection lay between Defoe Manor and the sudden madness. Alright. Save. I'm gonna stop there, and just try and like fix this bug and this, because I don't. Like if you liked, favorite if you loved it, and check me out, or check my channel out for my next part of Trilby's notes. Oh god.